Good evening and welcome to another very special edition of LDN Capital TV with me, Mr. TV John Atkins, and the life coach John David Bernard Bruno Chapman.
Certified? Yes, indeed.
Now, so far here at LDN, it's been a pretty much a fun experience for all. Wouldn't you agree, John?
I most certainly would. Mind you, a little bit of debate about that.
Well, you know what they say, it only takes one apple to spoil the whole blasted bunch, isn't that right? And LDN has got the baddest apple in town.
I have indeed. That's right. He's friends with the craze of Ronnie Beats.
And even Ringo Starr. That's right, it's the notorious East End hardman himself, John Ritchie.
This is London.
These are dangerous days.
To be or not to be, that was the question on everybody's lips as John Ritchie made his debut for LDN.
Indeed, the former World of Sport era wrestler was disappointed by the lack of fanfare surrounding his debut. He took it out on his opponent, the impressionable Midlands youngster, Steve Blamey.
Yes, indeed.
Knock your teeth out, son.
All I can do is apologise for the language coming from John Ritchie's mouth. Back to the contest. Single leg takedown. John Ritchie is working on that ankle. He's really wrenching on the pressure right there. Drops the knee. And again. Steve Blamey going back to the corner. See, the damage has been done there. Steve Blamey trying to get some feeling back into the left extremity. Lock up. Oh, European uppercut. Not Blamey down. Hell of a strike. Off the ropes. Oh, drop kick. John Ritchie's taking it up a notch. Oh, quick kick there to Steve Blamey. Oh, and there's a face rake with the boots. That will not make Steve Blamey a pretty boy in the morning, I can guarantee you that. Another European uppercut. Blamey drops. And now John Ritchie takes him down through the ankle, going on that ankle again. John Ritchie letting go of the hold, backing up. I'm going to find out what's going on here. The match just ended.
And so with that one debut matchup against Steve Blamey, where John Ritchie broke the youngster's ankle, he showed that he truly was a man not to be messed with, who would do whatever it took to win here at LDN.
Okay, so let's cut to a match between John Ritchie and Yorgos in a traditional World of Sports round match, as authorised by the Queen.
You shut up. Shut up. I'm meant to be here. You had to pay to get here.
Yorgos will need to stay focused. From John Ritchie's history, I've known that he will use many time-wasting tactics in these contests so he can maintain the advantage. And Yorgos now got pushed into the referee by accident, but there's the roll-up. Surprised the referee allowed that, but I guess the referee saw it was his own fault being there. So far, I think it's quite obvious. We got Yorgos, who's trying to go for a quick pinfall victory so that he can lead this contest, so that make Richie chase him. Richie, meanwhile, is most definitely just testing the waters. That's the experience of Richie coming through. And there's the technical ability, going for a nice submission hold. Both men just mat grappling here. Oh, and Richie with a nice wrist lock. Yorgos doesn't want to stay in it for long. He's trying to find the reversal, and there it is. That was a nice bit of wrestling to start this contest off.
You'll be fighting, not dancing, son.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for LDN Television. Later on, we will have our main event to crown the first ever LDN Tag Team Champions. Dave Jackson will team up with JP Monroe and go against the Welsh Assembly in the final of the Tag Team Tournament. But now we're on this match, and we've just finished round one. Well, that's the end of the first round. And I reckon it was pretty even. I mean, no doubt, Yorgos got more pinfall opportunities there. But if you ask me, I reckon John Ritchie might have come out of there quite well. He cruised through the round.
Seconds out, round two.
And now we begin round two. Well, there's the lockup right there. John Ritchie going for that side chokehold of sorts. It's more of a restraining hold. It looks like he's just trying to control Yorgos. He's managed to cradle that arm and then flips him through, but Yorgos bridging up so he can't be pinned.
Oh, I don't like that one. Oh.
John Ritchie now really cinching up on that front grommet. Referee's got to make sure that it's not a choke. For the very reason that John Ritchie's in this match, we've put our most experienced referee in this contest. I mean, Yorgos is already disadvantaged going into John Ritchie's kind of match, but you don't want an incompetent referee who's going to allow a choke. Ritchie finds his way to the feet, but Yorgos brings him back down. He just held onto that arm and then just arm dragged him back down. Again, Ritchie fights his way back to his feet. Yorgos has that arm isolated, and Ritchie is finding it hard to escape out of it. And again, Yorgos forcing down Ritchie. Yorgos right now most definitely ahead on points. If Yorgos can keep up this sort of match... Oh, well, there's the reversal. I spoke too soon, and Ritchie forces down Yorgos. Oh, and look at that. I thought Ritchie was trying to get underneath Yorgos so he can try and pin him, but Yorgos was able to whip him down and go for a pinfall himself. And again, Yorgos just isolating that arm, going on the hammerlock. Now, if Yorgos can keep up this sort of match style, then he will win at the end via points. Oh, it looks like John Ritchie now with a pinfall, but Yorgos floats straight out of it. Yorgos might be part of the new generation, but he's obviously had some very good training. Yorgos is matching the experience. World of Sport-esque competitor John Ritchie, hold for hold at the moment. Oh, look at that, John Ritchie. Notorious John Ritchie, showing his namesake, going straight for that knee joint. And look at that, a big strike with his calf muscle. Nothing illegal about that. Yeah, that to me looks like a blatant choke, and the referee needs to get on top of that. It started out as a choke, but now you can see John Ritchie is floated up. Look at that, he's just raking at the nose. John Ritchie's got to be very careful not to be disqualified. And there's the end of the second round, and John Ritchie's going to squeeze every bit of opportunity out of this. Oh, John Ritchie. The match, the round had finished, but John Ritchie wasn't going to let up, driving the elbow in the lower back there. Well, Yorgos making an official complaint there to the official in charge of this contest.
You know.
Seconds away, round three.
Well, here we go, and now we're entering the third round. No decisions as of yet. Remember, 2 pinfalls, 2 submissions, or a single knockout will take the victory. Oh, European uppercut right there, and that rocked Yorgos' world. And again, Richie, a former amateur boxer, knows how to use those strikes. Well, maybe you wouldn't see that in a boxing ring, but it was certainly effective. And look at that, unceremoniously kicking his opponent. Many people backstage are saying that Yorgos is the future of LDN. But can he get past this old lion? Oh, nice snapmare down. And, oh, stretches the face. Richie now like an eagle, keeping his eye on his opponent. And look at that, Richie put his back to the referee so the referee could not see him use the blatant closed-fisted punch. And again he sticks his back to the referee and then delivers a punch right to the top of the cranium. And look at that, when he's in front of the referee, it was an open palm strike. He's an intelligent competitor, no doubt. It's just a shame he's just so notorious. And John Ritchie did not let go of the headlock. And Yorgos thought he was going for a back suplex, but alas, Richie's still on top here. Well, Yorgos trying to kick out there, but Richie's holding on and wrenching on that neck. Richie dominating round 3 so far, but the crowd trying to get behind the young Yorgos. Yorgos now, oh, handstand flips out of the headlock. Richie has lost his grip. A no standing 10 count. If he fails to meet the 10 count, that'll be a technical knockout, and therefore Yorgos will instantly win this contest. John Ritchie knowing every trick of the trade. He blatantly stayed down for the no standing 10 count just so he can get a breather. He's looking for a breather here from his much younger, much quicker, much more athletic opponent, Yorgos. Well, the referee counting quicker now, wisening up to his tricks. Now that was very good officiating right there. Oh, well, Yorgos now straight onto the ropes. Big headbutt there to the midsection. And that's the end of round 3. Although Yorgos was starting to look good, I reckon John Ritchie had that round. Very good, solid contest. Quite even, surprisingly. Though both men going for different tactics. And it looks like John Ritchie's ring aide has decided he's had enough of his guff. John Ritchie does not have friends.
Seconds away, round 4.
And now we're about to start round 4, ladies and gentlemen. There's the locker right now. The Yorgos straight away, bringing down Richie. Whips him off the ropes. Richie reverses. Oh, he goes for the sunset flip. And he got it. John Ritchie decided to bust out that small bit of athleticism and got the sunset flip.
First fall of the contest to the notorious John Ritchie.
John Ritchie's now leading 1-0. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got to take an advert break, but join us for the conclusion of this contest.
This is London. This is London.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's John Ritchie versus
Seconds
Yorgos.
out, round 5.
And as you heard the ring announcer, we're now into round 5 of this traditional British rules matchup. John Ritchie's got the first pinfall. He is leading 1-0. And already John Ritchie has Yorgos in knots. Yorgos sort of dived into that hold a little too quickly. And you can see, look at that, John Ritchie, no wasted space. He's not just working on the knees, he's working on his toes. A lot of modern wrestlers want fancy music and flashy clothes, but John Ritchie is just downright brutal. Part of the world of sport era, former amateur boxer. This guy isn't pretty. He's now got Yorgos in the sort of figure 4 lock here, forcing the weight down, and look at that, just stretching the calf muscles. And this is the thing, if Yorgos is in so much pain that his shoulders go down on the mat, the referee will count it. And the alternative is to sit up, and oh wait, he's got an arm hold there, and there's the head scissors. Beautifully executed, but John Ritchie knows exactly where he was. He positioned Yorgos in the ring in that place, so he knew that if it was reversed, he could reach the ropes. Oh, John Ritchie now, he wasn't expecting that. He's going for the sunset flip. This is how he got the first decision. But Yorgos now has reversed it. Yorgos might have it. Yorgos takes it. Ladies and gentlemen, Yorgos in the 5th round has equalised.
Equalising for Yorgos Christopoulos.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Yorgos is now equalised. John Ritchie versus Yorgos is now 1 fall apiece. One more pinfall, one more submission, or a knockout will win it. Well, Yorgos seems to be slightly distracted at ringside. From my own vantage point, I can't quite see who or what it is, but anyway, nevertheless, we're going into round 6 now. Both men now circling. John Ritchie taking his sweet merry time to get this match started. Oh, Yorgos isn't going to wait. He's going for the pinfall, but there's the kick out right there. Oh, and John Ritchie. Kick to the midsection, and now just storming away there on young Yorgos. Floats Yorgos over. Oh, and rakes the forehead. Oh, look at that big European uppercut. And Yorgos again just rocked. And we know those strikes are hard. I mean, John Ritchie has been disqualified for using illegal strikes in the past. Yorgos, though, just so athletic, able to stop the momentum. Nice reversal right there. Oh! John Ritchie tried to stop his momentum, but unfortunately got crotched on that middle corner. Well, the referee now trying to count out John Ritchie. If John Ritchie misses the count...
That's quick enough. You can't even count that off.
And John Ritchie beats the 10 count. See John Ritchie beginning to slow down, and now he's using the advantage of the no standing 10 count to get his breath again. John Ritchie, without a doubt, taking the Michael. Oh, but Yorgos straight away with a snapmare right there. Goes for a quick pinfall. Oh, able to get the shoulder up. Yorgos now with a front grovet right there. Front headlock. Oh, and going for a suplex. Hits it nicely. Look at that bridge. Then floats over, tightens the pin. But Ritchie able to get his arm up. Well, Yorgos now staying on top of Ritchie. Oh, Ritchie with a blatant illegal strike there. And the referee saw it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee issues John Ritchie with his first public warning.
John Ritchie's been warned. If he gets a second public warning after that, it's a disqualification. Oh, look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Ritchie receives his second and final public warning.
Well, if he gets one more, he's out of here. He will be disqualified and Yorgos will win. But what an empty victory it would be. Well, it's the end of the round and Yorgos is not happy. John Ritchie blatantly used the advantage of those verbal warnings to get two disgusting strikes in on Yorgos.
Seconds away, round 7.
Here we go, we now start round 7, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and Yorgos straight in with a flying headlock takedown. Oh, but there's the head scissors by Richie. And Richie keeping his weight on Yorgos, forcing his nose into the mat. Richie now whipping off Yorgos and takes the drop kick straight in the face. Off the ropes and, oh, he misses the drop kick again. Yorgos able to hold on to the ropes. Oh, and there he is. That's why Yorgos was distracted earlier. Bottom left-hand corner of your screen, folks. Sanjay Bagga, the boss of LDN, is keeping close tracks on Yorgos. Now that's interesting. Sanjay Bagga offered Yorgos an opportunity to team with him and Jason Sensation to be a part of his vision of the future, but Yorgos has refused, and now we see him down here keeping an eye on Yorgos. Why? Anyway, let's not get too distracted from the match, and oh, John Ritchie, none as athletic as Yorgos, hit the mat hard. And Yorgos will capitalise. Will he get the final decisive fall in this contest and climb up the rankings here in LDN? Back body drop. Oh, you can sense it. Yorgos is on fire. Yorgos is here to win, ladies and gentlemen. John Ritchie's been put in the corner. Whip out with Richie with the reversal. Yorgos re-reverses. Richie hits the corner hard. And now Yorgos now whips out Richie. Richie hits the corner. Oh! A deep kick to the abdomen right there of Yorgos. And look at that, a kick to the side of the head of Yorgos. Yorgos, oh, springboards off the second. Hits the crossbody. 1, 2, oh! The referee didn't see it. It was a blatant blow there.
Ladies and gentlemen, round 7, the winner of the match by 2 falls to 1, the notorious John Ritchie.
Hello, this is the life coach, John David Bernard Bruno Chapman, and you're watching LDN Capital TV, only on TWC Fight.
Here we go, round 1. Mikey Mendoza, the young lion of the contest, is going for the head of the herd here against John Ritchie in his own speciality, British Rules Rounds match. The last British Rules Rounds match that John Ritchie was in, he managed to defeat Yorgos, though it was not without controversy, that is most certain. Mikey Mendoza, big powerful chap, no doubt be looking for that big power slam of his. That'll certainly get him a pinfall. John Ritchie, meanwhile, he's been known to be showing a few illegal tactics, namely putting his back to the referee and then hitting a blind shot with a closed fist. But Mike Mendoza, big and powerful, bulldoze over Richie with a shoulder block. Off the ropes and a big clothesline. And Richie goes down hard. And Mike Mendoza looks like he might even be going for the kill quick. Well, John Ritchie got up at 7. He uses the most of that no standing 10 count to get a rest from these younger, more athletic guys. But don't let that fool you. John Ritchie knows exactly what he's doing here, and so does Mikey Mendoza. He managed to get the arm drag there from the waist lock over the overhead wrist lock, and now as John Ritchie gets his way up, isolates the arm, but John Ritchie trips on the leg. Applies that pressure. He's working on the ankle. Don't forget, this is a man who managed to break the ankle of his opponent in his first LDN match. Mike Mendoza finds solitude in the corner. John Ritchie was like a rabid animal working on that ankle. Could John Ritchie be building up to a submission fall? Anyway, both men now circling. Mikey Mendoza finds the arm, but John Ritchie holds on with that Roman knuckle lock and forces Mendoza down to the ground, applying pressure along one of the main arteries that runs along the throat area and floats through into the front headlock. But Mikey Mendoza used the opportunity when John Ritchie was going for that transition of moves, managed to find the escape. You can see Mendoza, he was trying to lock the arms up, but unfortunately Ritchie was able to get up first, and Ritchie flips through, trying to alleviate some of that pressure. Ritchie gets back onto his feet, and forces his way out with the point of the elbow. And there we go, it's the end of the round right there.
This is London. This is London.
I'd say fairly even going so far. However, John Ritchie was able to do a fair bit of damage to the ankle there of Mikey Mendoza.
Seconds away, round two.
Here we go now, we're going into round two. Both men circling. Looks like Mikey might be tempting a Roman knuckle lock, but John Ritchie wants nothing to do with it. Tell you, John Ritchie will not lock up until he is good and ready. Okay, let's go for that knuckle Roman lock. Oh, and John Ritchie finds his way inside instead. Waistlock takedown. Nicely done. Oh, John Ritchie now is most definitely in control, but Mike Mendoza on his knees does not want to get down to the ground. Meanwhile, John Ritchie's trying to force him down, instead flips him over with a quarter Nelson variation, beautifully executed. Mikey Mendoza, though, straight onto his feet after that attempted pinfall. John Ritchie, ever popular with fans at ringside. Oh, and John Ritchie put his back to the referee. That was a blatant closed fist. And now he's firing off those European uppercuts to maintain the advantage. And he snaps suplex down Mendoza, floats over into a tight pinfall. But Mendoza able to get up. And John Ritchie's trying to force that shoulder back down again. That was sly from John Ritchie. He picked his opportunity. He went for the closed-fisted punch, and now he's got the overhead wrist lock, but Mendoza knew the reversal and is now back in control of this. Oh, and look at this. Floats him over, beautifully executed, and now has the arm barred. But I'll tell you one thing, Mike Mendoza trying to hold on to his own hands. He does not want Ritchie to separate those clasped hands. Oh, and Mendoza reverses the hold, tries to get the pinfall. Mendoza is holding on for dear life. I'll tell you one thing, if Ritchie can straighten that arm, it'll certainly assist him in the match, and Mendoza finds the escape, raking the head there of John Ritchie with the base of his foot. Now driving the forearm bone clean into the skull of John Ritchie. John Ritchie able to get the hammerlock nice and tight, very deep in. Oh, but Mendoza, fireman carry. And there's the armbar. Oh, John Ritchie's got the ropes. Mendoza will have to relinquish the hold. That must be frustrating for the young man. Oh, well, I wasn't sure if that was a closed fist or a forearm strike, but the referee's allowing it out. It's the end of the round, and Ritchie's not letting go. The referee really needs to get in there. He's choking away at Mendoza. Now, this is John Ritchie for you. He'll take all those little shortcuts, but each shortcut may result in you winning the race.
Seconds out, round three.
Well, John Ritchie ended round two, but rather controversially. Mike Mendoza has got to try and rise above these petty techniques of the notorious John Ritchie if he has any hopes of winning in this contest. A quick swift kick there. Kicking that leg away, and now he's just forcing Mendoza to the ground whilst he's got the front headlock. And again, when the referee can't see it, close-fisted punches. I swear we're going to need some more referees on the outside if we want to get John Ritchie to follow the rules. Well, John Ritchie is down. The referee asked Mendoza to stay back. Oh, John Ritchie with a blatant strike to the groin area there of Mendoza.
In round 3, the referee gives the notorious John Ritchie his first public warning.
Yeah, well, John Ritchie gets his first public warning. I'm not sure if he cares. That was an excuse to get ahead in the contest. Oh, and a drop kick there from John Ritchie. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't pretty, but it was certainly effective, and Mendoza found himself back on the mat. Well, John Ritchie now takes Mendoza to the corner, fires him off. And again launches Mendoza. Mendoza, however, stops it. Oh, and Mendoza now launches Ritchie. Ritchie stops it, goes over, and oh, sunset flip. The old man's got some tricks left in him. Now, I would never have thought I would have seen that sunset flip from Richie.
First ball of the contest, the notorious Mr. John Ritchie.
Evidently, Mike Mendoza didn't see it either. John Ritchie is 1-0. Ladies and gentlemen, you now join us. John Ritchie is 1-0 ahead in this British Rules rounds match.
Seconds away, round 4.
Well, Mike Mendoza has got to try and make amends here. He allowed himself to get frustrated by John Ritchie's cheap tactics. Well, I call them cheap. It could lead him to a title shot in Season 2 of LDN Capital TV. But first, he's got to pin Mike Mendoza or make him submit one more time. Oh, look at this. John Ritchie now just he's isolating arms and legs of Mike Mendoza now, and he's just raking away at the nose there of Mike Mendoza. And now that looks like a blatant choke. The referee needs to get on top of John Ritchie, and I am surprised that this referee is allowing it. Well, finally he lets go of the hold, and there he's got a crossface right there, driving the bones of his forearms into the bridge of the nose and into the point of the jaw of Mendoza, but now he's floating over onto the arm. It's like a surgeon knowing exactly where to go, digging in that proverbial scalpel. Well, Mike Mendoza is being victimized in the center of the ring here. He's got to try and bring it all together. There's a title shot on the line, ladies and gentlemen, and Mike Mendoza is playing catch-up. He is 1-0 down. Oh, and there's a Swiss stomp there to the lower back of Mikey Mendoza. Mike Mendoza, one of the bright new stars of LDN, but it looks like this brightness is being tarnished by the old school ruffian in John Ritchie, a man with lots of experience in amateur style and wrestling and boxing. But Mike Mendoza went for a dirty trick of his own, a stomp on the foot, and he launched, oh, sunset flip again, but no, Mendoza with the reversal. Oh, and he gets it.
Ladies and gentlemen, round 4, an equalising fall to Mikey Mendoza.
This is London. This is London.
see how the ref counts at different speeds.
Seconds out, round 5.
Mikey Mendoza now circling John Ritchie. Oh, and he caught John Ritchie, whips him off the ropes. Big clothesline. And this young bull was full steam ahead right there, and Ritchie didn't see it coming. Oh, big back super. No! Top back breaker. Oh, now he's going for a Boston Crab, is Mikey Mendoza. And if he can turn over Ritchie, we might be getting a submission. Oh, Ritchie doesn't want to be a part of this submission hold. Mikey Mendoza doesn't get a chance to cinch it back. Oh, a nice reversal there from Ritchie. And he gets the Boston Crab himself, it looks like. No, what's he doing here? Oh, and he snaps the calf muscles clean off the bone with that. And now forcing Mendoza to be stretched in the middle of this ring. Well, Mendoza's playing with him. Mendoza was more athletic than John Ritchie fought, and now he's being stretched himself. Oh, John Ritchie's in a reasonable amount of pain right here, and it's being aggravated by the fans at ringside chanting for Mikey Mendoza to get the submission victory here tonight. John Ritchie is trapped in this A-frame-like submission. Mikey's in no rush to go anywhere. Oh, Richie, I don't know why he's asking the referee. I don't know what good that's going to do. And both men agree. Oh! Well, both men agreed to let go of the hold. John Ritchie was looking to Welsh on the deal. But Mike Mendoza was one trick ahead. Well, both men, oh, Richie was attempting to go for some sort of trip, but Mike Mendoza saw it coming and kicked him in the tailbone. Oh, and Richie! 1, 2, kick out. Now the reverse chin lock there from Mike Mendoza. Oh, and a kick to the back. 1. Well, that was only a 1. John Ritchie was able to kick out. Oh, and John Ritchie after the bell with another strike. Well, John Ritchie is looking pretty strong going into the next round. Even abuses his own corner man.
Seconds out, round 6.
There we go, we're now entering into round 6. 3 more rounds to go. It'd be a real shame if this were to end in a 1-all draw. One of these men really want to take home the victory and a chance of getting the gold. Oh, Mikey Mendoza was going for a quick lock-up there, but John Ritchie, he's grappled him in, he's in the ropes. Oh, Mikey Mendoza was having none of it. Oh, he's going big back body drop. Richie hits hard. John Ritchie not quite sure where he is right now. He's whipped off the ropes one more time. Mikey Mendoza, another back body drop. And this time Richie was catapulted over the top of his bigger, younger, and possibly hungrier competitor. Richie's back in the ring. Oh, Mikey Mendoza now mocking Richie. Oh, and Richie there with a forearm smash calls him in. Oh, and there's the pinfall attempt. It's tight. It's tight.
Ladies and gentlemen, for using a closed fist, the referee has disallowed the fall. And ladies and gentlemen, the referee gives John Ritchie his second and final public warning.
Oh, Mendoza! Mendoza with a power slam! And he takes it!
Here is your winner, Mikey Mendoza!
I'm down here in the basement of John Ritchie's East End pub, and folks, it is not a pleasant place to be. Now listen, after suffering a loss against the much more inexperienced Mikey Mendoza, Richie snapped, something went wrong in his head, and he believed that the LDN management were out to get him. He didn't think he would ever get the LDN Championship with management not on his side. That was until he turned to yours truly and the life coach John David Bernard Bruno Chapman for some advice.
John, don't leave me. I've just found a dead body of a rat.
John Ritchie, what happened, mate? Where did it all go wrong? He's just lost to Mike Mendoza. That's got to be a bit of an upset, hasn't it?
I didn't know, son. I was cheated. Look, what can I do?
Hang on. I'm a life coach, John David Bernard Bruno Chapman. Certified. Yes, indeed. What the hell happened out there? You got beat by Mike Mendoza, or whatever his name is.
I was cheated, Mr. Chapman. I'm out there. I've got the referee against me. I've got the MC against me. I've got Mendoza attacking me from behind while I'm talking to the referee.
Look, you're making excuses. That's what I do when I can't win. Look, you know what you need? You need commitment without practice. Dedication and a commitment to be your best. You will always be skating on thin ice. Now come on, I thought you was friends with what's his name? Ronnie Biggs? Charlie Robinson or whatever his name is? The Craze? You know, all them gangsters. You know, you've got all your gangster connections. The guy who did, you know, Baring's Bank. All your gangster friends.
Phil Collins in Buxton.
Exactly. What? Yeah, okay, yeah. Come on, you're the best.
Well, they went and took it. They just take what they want.
Look, do yourself a favour, give your gangster friends, what's his name, Charlie Bronson or whatever, a bell in prison, if they've got telephones, sort it out and win the match, mate.
Look, just go and take it.
Yes, just go and take it, John.
This crime does pay.
Does pay.
Right, I'll take it.
Go and take it.
Whoa. Well, John Ritchie just snuck his way down to ringside. A man who earlier tonight, unfortunately, was not able to become the #1 contender to the LDN Heavyweight Champion. Oh, come on! One of his blatant close fists. What is John Ritchie doing? Assaulting the heavyweight champion after the match. Obviously, he was upset that he wasn't able to become the #1 contender earlier on tonight. And he's now got Tex Benedict in this submission hold. Tex is tapping out. Well, I don't know what this is all about. Oh, come on. Well, John Ritchie just made his intentions perfectly clear. He's just strapped Tex Benedict in that leg submission hold and made him tap, but oh, come on, that can no way be official. John Ritchie has just come to the ring and, as far as I'm aware, has stolen the LDN Heavyweight Championship. And there's a look of a defeated champion. And the fans making sure he's okay. What a brave effort to Tex Benedict, but he's now the victim of theft. Well, we've got our cameras backstage, and they're the only people available. And John Ritchie's making a run for it. He has stolen the LDN Championship and made a run for it. We've got to go. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been LDN.
And so, after all we just saw, we see now that the LDN Championship is shrouded in controversy. John Ritchie has the belt. Tex Benedict is still officially the champion because that was a non-sanctioned match. LDN officials seem to be almost too scared to go and get the belt of John Ritchie, so no one knows what's going to happen to the LDN Championship.
So tune in soon for Season 2 of LDN Capital TV, featuring my friend Henry V, the real one, only available on TWC Fight.
These are dangerous days.
We take you now to London.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new leader of the United Nations replacing Kofi Annan. Please give it up for Mr. Sanjay Bagga.